Thank you, John. Leave it to John Parrott to be the only county chairman to have 2 forums in the last 5 weeks. You always got to one-up everybody, don't you, John? Thank you. You know, I want to start by saying, I think everyone can agree. Any one of these candidates is going to be a great member of Congress. We have a military veteran, we have Miss America, we have a local political grassroots legend down in Madison County. I just happen to be a little biased towards one. So I want to tell you why I think I'm the best candidate to take on David Gill, but not only David Gill, but the National Democrats and their super PAC allies. And those super PACs are funded by billions of dollars. With your guidance and advice, I pledge to take a common sense approach to serving you in Washington. It's going to take a team to not only win this election, but to also teach me to be a leader that you can all be proud of. It's imperative that this team has each and every one of you as captains. I respect your leadership and I respect your knowledge. I know your communities now, but I'll know them better with your help. I know the issues that your communities face in dealing with the federal government now, but I need your help to make the best decisions. As a candidate and as your congressman, I need you. I need all of your common sense advice. I know the issues families face in central Illinois every day because I grew up here. I've lived here most of my life. My mom and dad were small business owners, and I watched them make the tough sacrifices so that our family could achieve the American dream. Watching and working for them, I saw firsthand how important it is to invest in people, provide top-notch customer service, and work hard. But I also learned all of that could be for naught if politicians in Washington and Springfield enacted burdensome laws and regulations. And because of this, I chose a career in public service. I grew up in Taylorville. It's right in the heart of the new 13th Congressional District. I still make my home there and I raised my family there. I graduated from Millikin University in Decatur, Illinois. Bruce, you know where that is, don't you? I always try and suck up to the county chairman that are here. My wife, Shannon, hasn't been at any of these forums because she's here with me tonight. Shannon, can you stand up? She won't. She's pretty shy. Shannon's a registered nurse. She was born and raised in Taylorville. She used to run our local emergency room at our hospital, but then went back to school and got her master's degree. And now she teaches our next generation of caregivers at St. John's College of Nursing in Springfield. We have 3 children. Our 15-year-old daughter, Torin, who is not here tonight because she's studying for finals tomorrow. She has 3. Keep her in your prayers, please. I don't want her grounded all summer. But my other 2 are here tonight. My twin boys, Clark and Griffin. Stand up, guys. There they are. I think we see who they take after. Family is the most important priority in our lives. We are active in our community, we're active in our church, and we're active in all of our kids' activities. You know, I worked in the family restaurant while growing up, but for the last 16 years, I've been projects director for Congressman John Shimkus. I've helped countless constituents, many of you, sometimes you, others, throughout the 30 counties that he served. I helped you cut through the bureaucratic red tape of Washington. I understand the importance of traveling to each town, village, and city in this district. I've worked in a district double the size of the 13th Congressional District, and I've met with local leaders throughout all those counties to make sure that they know how government can serve them in a cost-effective way. Government has to address issues like roads and bridges and clean drinking water, sewage treatment. Those are common sense issues. 2 years ago, I was asked to assemble and manage a team that helped elect 5 new members of Congress and receive nationwide attention. But recently, I had to make some tough decisions to save the Illinois Republican Party from the verge of bankruptcy and over $300,000 in debt. It's now an organization with 0 debt and over $300,000 in the bank to help elect Republicans in 2012. Some of these tough business decisions, they didn't make some Republicans very happy. And that's okay with me when I know it's the right thing to do. When leaders make tough decisions, they should be judged on the success or the failure of the outcomes, And I don't think anyone can argue that my decisions helped to right the ship and have put Republicans statewide in a better position to get elected in November. It's common sense that you cannot spend more than you take in and expect to succeed. Success in planning, executing, and winning is never easy, but losing is never an option. The courage it has taken to stand up to Republicans and Democrats alike throughout my career is the same courage that I intend to take to Washington. It's just not right to stand up to Democrats, but we have to have someone with the courage to stand up to Republicans and John Boehner when they're wrong. I intend to take that courage and be a leader in Washington that not only votes the right way, but helps to advocate for positions that are important to people in the 13th District. I want to be a leader that all of you can be proud of. And when that happens, that's how we're going to see real substantive changes to the way Washington operates. I'm a conservative. Kathy, I'm a downstate conservative. I'm unabashedly pro-life and unabashedly pro-Second Amendment. Our families, they're facing problems that have to be fixed now. Obama and the Democrats in Washington and Springfield, they're out of control. Their solutions always involve raising taxes and spending at historic levels. America and Illinois cannot survive their $15 trillion crushing national debt, and we cannot continue to survive their onslaught. That's just common sense, everyone. Obamacare has to be repealed. America cannot afford the $2.6 trillion price tag, and Americans, all of you, we cannot cede control of where and when to seek medical treatment to a faceless bureaucrat. Healthcare hits home for me. My wife, who I introduced to you earlier, she's a 13-year colon cancer survivor. Luckily, after being misdiagnosed, she was treated and is with us today. I'm not too sure with the extensive bureaucracy of Obamacare that we might have had the same results today. 13th District has an abundance of top-notch medical facilities in all of our metro and mini-metro areas. Healthcare delivery, as Kathy said, is exactly where David Gill is going to try and stand toe-to-toe with us. I stand ready to debate every single issue that David Gill will bring up in regards to healthcare and ensure that we win not only the debate, but that we win in November. We have to push for an all-of-the-above energy approach. Coal-fired power plants are under attack by bureaucrats in Washington, and I will fight for better and cleaner ways to burn Illinois coal so that we can create an environment that will lead to thousands of good-paying jobs. Government doesn't create private sector jobs, but Democrats in Washington are doing everything they can to kill them. Coal is abundant, cheap, and is key to adding to our baseload generating capacity in this country. Wind, solar, and hydropower alone cannot provide the energy that we all demand in America every time we flip the light switch on. The energy sector has to be key to restarting our economy and lowering unemployment. We have to use ethanol and other homegrown fuels to restart our economy. And we have to lessen our reliance on foreign oil. The Keystone Pipeline has got to be approved. It's common sense that America cannot continue to be held hostage to the Middle East. As your congressman, I will aggressively fight to protect Illinois agriculture. Illinois feeds the world, and it is tremendously underappreciated. Farmers understand budgetary constraints and will do their best to address the national debt, but they have to have some certainty. The next farm bill has to include a strong safety net to mitigate risk, and that means crop insurance and other risk management programs have to be strengthened. We have to support programs for conservation on working lands, rather than setting aside fertile farm ground that can feed our economy and our families. We have to stop the Democrat assault on farmers and small businesses through burdensome regulations at the EPA and other agencies. The death tax needs to be dead, and I will not rest until it is. And when Washington spends money it doesn't have, they will not get a bailout from me as your congressman. Don't get me wrong, there are some government programs that we need, and our families rely on them to survive. But these safety nets should be the exception rather than the rule, and they should never, ever create generation after generation of those who are living off others without working. The 13th District includes the most educational institutions of higher learning than any other district in the state. I pledge to you to immediately meet with those presidents and understand what the federal government can do to ensure that they remain the viable economic engines in our communities. We have to find a way to find solutions to our problems. We have to create a situation where we can find those solutions that you and I may never even dreamed of in the past. And how do we do that? We do that, we leave a legacy for our children and our grandchildren by creating an America that spends less than it takes in, an America that invests in our military to keep the peace through strength, and an America that continues to lead the world economically. We here in McLean County, Illinois, and America should settle for nothing less. I'm getting the done sign. I'm humbled by this opportunity today, Lee. Chairman Parrott, thank you. I look forward to hopefully earning your votes on Saturday, and I look forward to beginning the campaign to earn your votes to beat David Gill in November. Thank you very much.